Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 21st through the 27th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Cancer. What is going on for you? The overall energy for the reading, that's your energy right there. The Chariot, definitely feeling good overall. I see a pretty feeling good kind of an energy in your reading here for you. In the recent past, the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, really working on not only opening up your heart, but trusting your heart, which is quite a different stage to it, quite a different vibe to it, to this game. You know, so definitely showing up a whole lot more from your heart there, because you start to trust it more and more, to trust yourself from that space more and more. It's a pretty cool energy. In the current situation, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Lovers. As a result of that work right there, there's a very important connection tied up to you that is blooming by the looks of it in these energies of love. So you're definitely showing up as if you have a whole lot more to offer to this. And I feel like it's bouncing back too, you know. So now, in the immediate future, the Devil, the Ten of Pentacles, the Sun. That's where a little bit of an issue starts to show up, because when it comes to creating a sense of stability, I kind of see you falling into old patterns, into... Now that you've worked with these energies and you kind of, you know, stepped up in your frequency there, the way you do things might want to show up in a different way. And you bringing up things of wanting to do things in the same way like you did in the past might not work out anymore. It might actually look quite unhealthy. So it's like this is something that you feel internally. It is showing up more and more outward. But this energy right here in the immediate future is kind of like how you're building your life from here on out, from this new acquired place within yourself. And if you're applying old methods to the new energy, you're kind of showing me, I think that's what would make me happy. I think that's how I need to do things and how I need to build my life in order to be happy. And you're showing me old ways of doing things. Those don't work anymore. It's a new kind of an energy you're bringing to the game. So new methods would need to be brought to the game, not old ones. Old ones have nothing to do with what's going on here, you know? So, let's clarify. Let me clarify the Chariot. The Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. It's like your energy is moving forward. And then your own fear is kind of wanting to make you move backwards. And then you're showing me I'm pretty determined to not allow for this fear to make me go backwards. So I'm just going to push through. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to keep on going, whatever fear shows up. It's working to some extent. I feel like at some point this fear really kind of dragged you backwards and you didn't even realize that, you know, because you were really hanging on to the fear more than the aspect of let me move forward though through the fear, you know. So things are shifting a little bit here where you are identifying your own fear. You are possibly identifying even how it moves you backwards. Or at this point it's not moving you backwards, it's just kind of stopping you in your own tracks. And And you're starting to step away from this energy, which is telling me that you're starting to break through your own fear, where you're not going to allow it to stop you or move you backwards. Let's do the Seven of Pentacles there in the recent past. The Temperance card, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. Lots of determination there, lots of healing, lots of transformation, lots of things going on for your own growth. It seems like it's a slow pace, but it's the right pace. So it's not like, okay, well, in 2 days, you're a new Cancer. No. It took a while. It took a minute. But the process didn't feel that slow, apparently. The process was slow, but the way you were taking it, it feels like, okay, this is the right pace. So, all right, that's good. That's a lot of work on self there. Let's do the Queen of Wands. The Hangman, the Emperor, the Justice card. That's a beautiful energy right there because, man, so the energy of the initiator, the one that creates, the one that makes things happen, the one within you, your own energy that does that, is definitely starting to balance out. It's definitely starting to get their shit together, basically. And it's starting to show up on the surface. You're coming up with a new sense of confidence, a new sense of showing up in the world. And you're being perceived as that as well. And there's so much patience and so much, there's no, even if this energy is starting to balance out, you would think, oh, okay, so now I get to do things, to create things, right? Because this energy is cool now. Not really. There's quite an interesting pause you're showing me there. Kind of like identifying, okay, I've got this energy, I've got the tools. Is this the time where I apply them or not? So you are also able to identify if maybe that's not the right time to apply those tools. Maybe that's not the right time to initiate things, to do something. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's a week from now. Maybe it's, So you definitely gained a little bit of a radar too with that for when to use those tools, which is amazing, So let's do the Queen of Cups. I think I'm hearing below. For the Queen of Cups, you get the Strength card, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords. The hard part, not the easiest part. Quite a lot of pain covering it. So there's been a lot of healing there, yes, and there's been a lot of strength on your part to go in that direction and to be like, okay, here it is. Let me expose myself from that point of view. But there's been a lot to work with that, and it's still work in progress. It's not done, but it was definitely covered up by a lot of pain and a lot of trauma from the past there. Let's do the Ten of Cups in the current situation. The Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the World card. Let me do the Ace of Wands. The Six of Cups, the Hierophant, the Eight of Cups. Let me do the Lovers. The Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Okay. So you're showing me a very important connection to you here that's attached to your heart for sure. There's almost like a sense of disconnection to it though. More physical than energetical. Energetically, it's still rolling, it's still going, it's still doing its thing. Physically, I don't know if there's an actual physical distance there or just kind of self-imposed, like, you do your thing, I do mine, because I got something to do, kind of a thing. And it feels like almost like a distancing here. But there's definitely some sort of transformation that this connection is going through also. There's a cycle being closed here. There's a little bit of, again, and it feels like self-imposed. It feels like I need to focus on something else right now, so I'm not. Because this is rolling, this is going, this is fine, kinda. Or if it's not, I still have to focus on something here to the side of this. You are showing me the importance of it, and that, from your heart's point of view, it's definitely still running. Physically, there's something going on there where there seems to be a little bit of, I don't know why. I don't see it as an issue though. I don't see it as, oh my God, it's the end of the world. they don't love me anymore. I don't feel it as that necessarily. You know, so I don't know. Let's do the devil in the immediate future. The Nine of Wands, the Sun, the Fool. Okay, you're showing up interesting here because old patterns do want to come in. This is the stage where you're starting to put all of this energy into work. You're starting to bring it outward. You're starting to create something. It's starting to gain a sense of practicality. You're putting it into something. And as you do that, old patterns are starting to come in. Being like, okay, you need to do things the way you did them. Remember that? Yeah, it's easier that way because you already know to do them that way and it's going to work. Not really, because it's a brand new energy you're bringing to the table. So as the old patterns are starting to show up, you're definitely showing up in a sense of rejecting those, being like, nope, we're not doing things that way anymore. So your energy is pushing towards something new, a new way to do things, you know, which is great that you're identifying that actually. Let's do the Ten of Pentacles. The Lovers, the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. And whatever this partnership is very helpful in that. In determining that, I'm kind of trying to do things in the same way, but I want to do them in a new way. And somehow, this partnership right here that seems like it's reaching a point of not only heart-to-heart kind of a connection, but also I got your back, you got mine, whatever happens, we got one another, you know? There's definitely a sense of equal give and take there. And somehow this is very helpful to this process of you not bringing in old patterns into whatever it is that you're creating next, you know? Let's do the Sun in the immediate future, the Four of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Page of Wands. Over here, you're kind of losing patience a little bit because you're like, okay, well, and you know, from a conscious level, you're very aware that maybe you're just starting to create something here, something new, something beautiful, something that maybe would last you a lifetime. Who the hell knows? You know, and you kind of know that you're just at the beginning of it, and who knows where the end of it is, because there is really no end to it. But you're becoming impatient. You're becoming a little bit like, kind of want to see the end result. I want to reach that point where I can say, I'm happy. You're actually missing that point. You are in that point, but focusing on that point being someplace else, it's taking you away from the happiness that the journey has for you, not the destination. The destination is a different kind of happy. You'll get there. You'll be there. And consciously you know that, but it's a matter of reminding yourself that, maybe I should stop and smell the roses sometimes, you know? Not rush through, oh, okay, but I want to reach that point. I want to reach the peak of the mountain right now. And you're missing the beautiful everything around you on that path towards that peak, you know? So just as a reminder here, because I see you being a little anxious, being a little, you know, I don't want to wait. You're not waiting. You're doing. And again, stop and smell the roses sometimes. Because they probably smell beautiful too where you're at. Different kind of smell from the actual peak of the mountain. So let's see what the universe has to close off. Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, King of Swords. Yeah, the slowness of this process sometimes kind of stresses you out, kind of allows you for enough time to start thinking about possibly the destination. And again, you're giving me a sense of consciously, you're like, yeah, I know. I know. And I know I shouldn't do that. And I know I should do this. And I know I should. So, you know, from a conscious perspective, from your mind knows. Now, just let it sink in and just feel your way through this. What's keeping me edgy? Why do I want to be there instead of being where I'm at and opening my eyes and heart and everything to where I'm at? Because this is where this is right now, you know? I can't rush things. So you're definitely at times losing your patience there. But that's it. That's what I have for you. Hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.